NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Arizona Summer Classic. Simply put, there is nothing like it in the game of golf. It is by far the biggest spectator event in the sport. We're at TPC Scottsdale in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. And Frank, what can you tell us about this golf course?
Well, everybody wants to know about 16, the famed par 3 here, surrounded by those skyboxes. Once again, that'll be a topic of the day. But really, this is a regular sight for the PGA Tour. So those of you that were familiar with the golf course, it's now changed. 2014, the designers Morris and Weiskopf did a massive renovation.
Well over 100,000 fans every day, better than 500,000 for the week. It's a giant party, mixed in with a heck of a tournament. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. So in the first cut here, it could be worse. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
You like this one, Frank?
Oh, it's a good one. Safely on.
That's a nice par right there and a nice position to be in.
Rock solid, looking good.
Tied for the lead. Par 4 second hole, a little bit longer than the first, this one at 442 yards.
Yeah, they've added a new tee, changed the bunkering down the right side. Still a semi-blind tee shot, a hole that bends softly to the left side. The bunkering around this green has changed. Still, it requires a very precise tee shot. I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Second shot, good look at the green.
Safely on deck.
That would be a great look at birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Birdie sends her to 1 under on the leaderboard. Frank, what's the strategy here off the tee at the par 5 third?
For the long hitters, they still think that they can reach this par 5 and 2 comfortably with a good tee shot. For the shorter hitters, it really is a thought about where you lay up that second shot to try and leave a good third shot yardage in. Still a good tee shot, though. That hazard down the right side protects against someone who's a little too cavalier off the tee.
That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310.
Second shot.
Frank, one of the great moments in tournament history here in Scottsdale, you go back to 1996, the sudden death playoff between Phil Mickelson and Justin Leonard. Mickelson has always been the hero out here because he went to Arizona State.
Yeah, and it still runs through his veins, Rich. There was such an important win for him because to do it in front of people that he considered his home crowd was huge. And then also to do it in a playoff where, obviously it's win or lose. So for Mickelson, 1996 and TPC Scottsdale, certainly ring home.
That's a nice approach shot. It's about 15 feet away. A good chance for a birdie. And this would be nice. 2 straight birdies. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
We have already begun. Let's pick up with the action at hole number 4. Early in the round, still holding steady, even par on the day.
Yeah, it's got that feel it could go either way here. Next few holes will probably tell us which way.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
Don't leave it short. Wow. Settles in over the putt. Even with that par, will drop down on the leaderboard.
Time to change gears. Birdie time.
Now to the 5th hole and a challenging par 4.
Slightly longer this year. Played off a new tee at the back, and there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. They've now been put together to form one and in the perfect position that really make you think about your tee shot. It takes a very big drive to try and carry that bunker on the right. It's going to be at least 315 plus yards to get past that. Green itself still tilts a little left to right and back towards the player.
Second shot from 130.
Rich, it's a different challenge today. The weather is so day-to-day out here, and when you get a breeze like this that's kicking up, you really have to sort of change your approach to playing these holes.
It looks nice out there, the blue skies, plenty of high sunshine, but it's a challenge because those winds have really freshened up. Superb shot once again, and only about 15 feet away for a birdie. This is a 16-footer. And with that, birdie moves into a tie for the lead.
Got ourselves a battle right now, Rich.
Par 4 sixth, and Frank, a couple of options here.
Yeah, a hole that bends to the left. A draw is the preferred shot off the tee. The longer hitters will have a big advantage. They'll be able to get it down there and just have a pitch or a short wedge into this. If you're not, well, that long, then you're going to have to lay it back short of those bunkers. That's going to leave a lengthy second shot.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
That has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Chance to get it close here.
Rich, these players aren't getting a reprieve with the wind right now.
Right from the start, the winds have been kicking pretty good.
Yeah, but at least it's presenting that challenge for the players that don't get every other day.
This will test the player. I mean, it's one thing to play with no wind in perfect conditions, but as we know, golf is a game of variables.
Yeah, and better strike will be rewarded today. There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
Really? This is an awkward length. Well, we'll never know if that had gone in because it never made it.
She'll be happy with par here. So, hanging in down the stretch with a par. Frank, where's the difficulty here on the 7th hole, the par 3 of more than 200 yards?
Well, Rich, front hole locations are always probably the toughest here because that's the narrowest part of the green. Bunkering really hasn't changed, and the green still does widen up, but the hole tends to play slightly uphill.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Just a couple of feet. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. This is a good hole, Frank, the par 4 8th.
Yet another dogleg left, Rich, on the front side. And it's a sharper dogleg now because they've put in 2 bunkers down the left side. It used to be a bailout area for the players in the past. You can't do that anymore. And I doubt anybody can fly it over that left one. It's nearly 330 yards to carry that in the air. Those 2 bunkers have forced the players to go out to the right, making that second shot a little bit longer now.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Not a single weakness today. What a performance. Headed to the right, just a tad. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good look at birdie. And getting ready for the putt.
Well, I thought they'd at least pick up a shot. Birdie looked like a sitter. Now at par.
Doesn't want to let this one get away. She needs this for par. Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. Finishing out the front side now at the ninth. And Frank, what do you think of this par 4?
Nice way to finish the front nine, Rich. Very thin green, protected by that little splash bunker in the front. Iron players get a real advantage here. One bunker down the right side to be aware of off the tee, though. I doubt anybody could carry that.
Good contact, good result. Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Second from an excellent lie. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say. Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under. Par 4, 10th hole. And Frank, do you think players should consider cutting the corner over that large bunker along the right side?
Well, in years gone by, Rich, that's exactly what they were starting to do, and consequently, they've sort of put in a few new bunkers really to stop that that avenue or access into 10. Really, the easiest way to play it is just play it down the left side, leave yourself in. If you want to be brave, be prepared that if you miss, you'll find a bunker. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot, and now pretty good chance for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Good putt and a good move now to 4 under. Moving on to the 11th hole, Frank, water all along the left side, 472 yards. How do you handle this one?
Well, this one's weird because the tees are a little off-center. They start down the right side, which makes it into a dogleg. And you mentioned the water. It always comes into play. And there are 0 fairway bunkers. You don't need them here at 11 because really it's all about the tee shot. Find the fairway, then even though it's a long par 4, you should be able to at least attack that green safely. Miss the fairway to the right, which is the barrel outside, and your problems are just starting.
Second shot, good look at the green. This is a good-looking shot. She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. Shouldn't be a problem here. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
Just a little tap in here. Knocked that down for par. Remains at 4 under. Par 3 12th may not be as famous as the par 3 16th, but Frank, you think this may be a tougher and even better hole?
We see more bogeys and double bogeys here on 12 than 16 will ever see, and courtesy of the water behind and to the right of this green. If you're going to bail out, find one of those bunkers. Well, a good bunker player obviously can get it up and down, but it's still no snack trying to record your par 3 at 12.
Headed for the bunker, I think. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. Pretty good shot right there. This one just requires a little bit of focus. That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. To the par 5 13th here at TPC Scottsdale. Lots of danger left and right of this tight fairway, Frank.
This hole has really changed over the years. There used to be a split fairway. That no longer exists. That bunker you can see down the left side, which you can't carry, really defines the left side of this hole. Water still in play down the right, and big change here is the bunkering along the left, front and left side of this green. So you can't just blaze away and comfortably expect to hit 13 and 2 anymore.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. She is really dialed in. All facets of her game are clicking.
Yeah, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder. Remember, out of the rough, expect the ball to jump forward a little bit. If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy thing. Par 4, 14th, Frank, it seems as though you'd be pretty happy with a par here.
You would, even though the putting surfaces here at TPC Scottsdale are excellent. It's going to take 2 good shots to reach this 14th hole. You can get in a little bit of trouble off the tee. That bunker on the left very much in play. The rough on the right side is no snack either, because the ball, more often than not, will finish well above the player's feet. And of course that green is very, very narrow, well protected by bunkers on the left.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, sort of Djokovic or Federer, or, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field.
Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down. Inexcusable.
Perfect, and in the hole. What a shot. Par 4, 14th, and Frank, this hole packs a little punch, doesn't it?
Yeah, the addition of just a little bit more yardage, plus the bunker on the left has been pushed out into the fairway, actually makes the whole play a little bit longer than its 490 yards. Second shot is a little bit uphill. No longer is there a bunker on the right side. That side of the green is actually open. But you don't really want to be trying to miss that green on the right. Should you decide to go at the flag, you're going to have to carry that front bunker.
Excellent position, just a huge shot. Right in the heart of the fairway, green light special. Look out, this could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Unfortunately, that ball is wet. After hitting it in the drink, this is the 4th shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. The scorecard is quickly adding up.
Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
Very nicely done, right on the dance floor. So a tester from 4 feet. just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the one moment that sort of made the 16th hole what it is today would have to be Tiger's ace in 1997 here at the TPC Scottsdale when it was raining plastic cups.
It was also his reaction too, and that ushered in the Tiger Woods era that we became associated with, which is the fist pumping, the Rory spectators. I mean, he was one of the few players that bridged the gap between spectator and golf course. And it still goes on till today. And I think Rory McIlroy probably is the only other player that starts to broach that type of inside and outside atmosphere with golf.
Still to this day, it's the loudest single moment that I can ever remember hearing on a golf course. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Drops for a par. '17th hole, Frank, and this one is really set up for maximum excitement.
Well, there's two things that you really think of. How do I play this hole, and how is it going to affect the rest of my round? This is the penultimate hole. If you make a mistake here, it'll carry over. It might cost you the tournament. But if you're a hero, it's going to carry forward to 18. This is why 17 is such a big swing hole.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Settles in over the putt. Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. Well, again, the fairways are lined with those huge galleries coming off 16 and 17. Now the finishing hole here at TPC Scottsdale. And Frank, what can we expect?
Well, this is a goodie. It'll play slightly as a dogleg left. Now, many a year, a player would try and carry the ball all the way over that water down the left side, but those new bunkers down there, it stopped the JB Holmes attack on this par 4. You're really going to have to play a little right of those now, and there's a couple of bunkers up on the hill to stop you doing that. So this is really a much tougher tee shot. 440 yards of par 4 just got a little bit more difficult.
Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. 17-foot putt here. Continues to putt beautifully. Frank, you surprised to see that name on top of the leaderboard?
I am surprised to see the name, but not that style of golf leading. It was great performance, especially tee to green. You don't often see people start that quickly.